Okay, you want to learn how to loop on pallets, right? Great stuff. I'm actually not going to teach you how to loop on pallets though. This is just a basic video on how to loop a killer without really using any pallets, because I see a lot of people going around and using every goddamn pallet on the map, which is not okay. So, in this video, I'm going to go through it first and let it play through. And then at the end of it, I'll kind of break it down for you on what I do. But basically, what's going to happen is you need to know that the Killer Shack and T-loops are your best friends. And let's go with it. Okay, now that you've seen it, let's go ahead and start breaking it down. Alright, first thing of note, it is a Myers. He is obviously in tier 3, as you can see here. So I have two choices here. I either could have gone to the Killer Shack, or I could have gone to the T-loops. And obviously I chose the T-loops because that's the safest way to go and not use a pallet. This right here is also another key aspect. As you can notice, this killer decided to vault. Not all killers will act the same, and not all will vault. So depending on your killer, that will dictate how you act. At this point in time, I decided to move on to the Killer Shack because after vaulting a window 3 times, you should know the window blocks off. So I didn't want to leave myself in a situation where I was trapped and with nowhere else to go. Another key aspect in dodging killers is you'll notice that I stop a lot at corners because I'm looking behind me to make sure I know which way the killer is coming. In this situation, as you'll see, if I had kept running forward, then there's a chance that he would have cut me off. But because I stayed there and looked behind me, then I'm able to tell which direction he'll go, and I'm able to stay ahead of him. Okay, this part right here is where I made my mistake and I ended up going down. But if you pull this off correctly, you'd be able to run him for a lot longer. See, what I did here was I waited in a point where I couldn't keep my eye on the killer. So I didn't know where he was. I should have moved more to the right to where the window was to keep an eye on him. But you'll end up seeing that because of what I did, I went down. Now that you've seen it in action, there's only 3 things that I really want you to pay attention to. And I'll write it down at the end as a list. Number 1, make sure that you look behind you when you're running from a killer. Number 2, when you're running, try to stay as close as you can to an object and hug against it so that way you can put more distance between yourself and the killer. And number 3, always pay attention to how many times you vaulted through a window. And that's about it. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed, please share with your friends, because I really want players to understand this basic concept.